Right now at 10, searching for suspects. Duluth police are asking for your help tonight in locating 2 men involved in a shooting. Plus, armed robbery. An Iron Range man is facing charges for forcibly robbing an assisted living home. But first, slick sidewalks, the tool that has been flying off shelves in local hardware stores.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm John Cardinelli. Thanks for joining us. Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt have the night off. The recent weather has left some extremely slippery sidewalks around the Northland. Residents have been busy salting, sanding, and ice picking, leaving some stores with empty shelves. CBS 3's Caitlin Moffitt brings us the details.
If you live here, you have to put up with ice for a few months.
It's exactly why Karen Marshall made a stop at Ace Hardware in Duluth Monday morning.
So I have school children that get on and off the bus in the corner of my lot. And usually they like to stand on the sidewalk, but they can't. Kid safety. And also sides of the roads are all icy, so you actually have to walk on ice wherever you go right now.
And Marshall wasn't alone. Hardware store supervisors say ice picks and ice melt has been flying off of their shelves in the past couple days.
Very high demand. I don't think yesterday any customer left the store without some type of salt or grit.
Tony Marquardt, a supervisor at Ace Hardware, says frequent winter storms keeps the customers coming. However, they always make sure to stay stocked with their ice melt.
And this morning, before we opened, we actually had a line of about 6 people waiting to purchase salt or grit.
And with more winter weather on the horizon,
stocked up on salt, sounds like we'll need it.
Local residents are making sure they have everything they need.
We spoke with City of Duluth officials today. They said most residents are responsible for salting the sidewalks outside their homes. There are some sidewalks around town near parks and other public areas that the city is responsible for maintaining. With all the recent wet, heavy snow, fire officials say roofs are at risk of collapsing. Superior fire officials say flatter roofs are at higher risk of caving. They also state older buildings are more likely to see damage from the snow. Superior's battalion chief says there are some signs to look out for.
Sagging in your roof, broken plaster, cracks in your drywall, anything like that you're noticing, windows that won't open, that normally open, doors that are sticky, that are not normally sticky. So any indication that you have too much load on that structure is to get the snow removed by a professional.
Fire crews don't recommend going on your roof with a shovel to clear snow, as it could damage the shingles and put people at risk of a fall. Well, Dave, we're kind of wrapping up the storm here. What's it like out there right now?
Well, things are easing up in Minnesota very rapidly, John, though the low-pressure system is still clinging to the South Shore, and folks there could face snow till about noon tomorrow now. Well, what a mixture of precip we got this weekend. Rain for some places, snow for others, and then the combination like here in South Range. Calvin Paulson's showing us his lake of slush, and that's exactly what I had at my place, too. Luckily, my snowblower is actually pretty good at throwing slush. Every little bit of snow seems to stick it up, but slush it can toss with impunity. All right, there's our low-pressure system departing out of the UP down the rest of the Great Lakes here. Higher pressure advancing in will set us up for a different style of weather tomorrow. So snow tonight and maybe through noon tomorrow for the snow belt. For many folks here on Tuesday, we're looking for a clear to partly cloudy sky as high pressure settles in. 13 to 19 degrees for the temperatures. Looks like a nice day for the boathouse that time forgot on Lake Vermilion there, but as early as Wednesday, it could cloud up again. Does that mean another round of snow? I'll let you know in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. A search is underway tonight for 2 men accused of robbing and shooting someone in Duluth's Central Hillside neighborhood. That incident happened a week ago today in the Harbor Highlands area. And these are the 2 men Duluth police are looking for. 22-year-old David Barbie and 21-year-old Dana Smith. Police say Barbie and Smith were apparently trying to rob the victim when the shooting happened. It led to a large police presence and roads in the area being closed for several hours. Both Barbie and the victim of the robbery were taken to the hospital. They were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Barbie has since been released from the hospital, which is why authorities are still searching for both him and Smith tonight. Police told us last week that they don't think it was a random incident. Tonight, police were able to confirm for us if the 2 suspects are still armed. Smith carries some previous convictions, including felony domestic assault and theft in Minnesota. Barbie didn't appear to have a criminal record in Minnesota or Wisconsin. Police say that you should be careful if you do come across them and to call 911 right away. An Iron Range man faces charges in connection to an armed robbery at an assisted living facility back in June. The robbery happened at Edgewood Vista Assisted Living in Virginia. Police said 2 men came in through the front door around 3:30 in the morning. They reportedly tied up and threatened staff, then stole prescription medications. 21-year-old Nicholas Ryan Champa is now charged with first-degree aggravated robbery. Police say Champa's fiancée, 24-year-old Morgan Catherine Lee Brady London, worked at Edgewood Vista. She's been charged with aiding an offender. Court documents show another robber and a getaway driver took part in the crime. Champa and Brady London made their first court appearance today. His bail was set at $100,000, hers at $10,000. Both are due back in court next week. It's not clear if charges have been filed against the other people involved in the robbery. A Duluth man is accused of inappropriately touching 4 nurses, and he is charged. Edward Samea is charged with 4 counts of 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct. According to a criminal complaint, Samea touched 4 nurses inappropriately between December 18th and December 24th. At least 1 incident happened at a Twin Ports medical facility. Law enforcement has surveillance video of each incident. Samea will be back in court on January 21st. A scary scene at a construction site in Duluth today as a crane collapsed. The hydraulic truck's crane fell at the construction site of a future housing complex. It's located on London Road near 40th Avenue East. According to the president of Frana Companies, who is operating the construction site, the crane is not theirs. No one was injured. The collapse, including what caused it, is under investigation. A man died when he was hit by a pickup truck in Hinckley. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, it happened around 5:30 Saturday night. Troopers say Michael Yost of Balsam Lake was walking along Highway 48 when he was hit. The 33-year-old was taken to the hospital where he later died. Authorities say a 60-year-old Hinckley man was driving. Authorities say alcohol was not a factor. It's unclear if any citations will be issued. If you're going out to celebrate ringing in the new decade tomorrow night, law enforcement says now is the time to plan how you're going to get home. There will be extra officers out patrolling tomorrow night looking for drunk drivers. Having a sober ride home is key. The Minnesota State Patrol says many bars in the Duluth area take part in the Joyride program, which offers discounted cab rides. You can also use ride sharing or designate a sober driver. They say it's important to have a plan.
We want everybody to have a good time. Go out and celebrate the new year, but be responsible when it comes to getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. Don't take the chances. If you feel you're impaired, you're probably not okay to drive. So what we want people to do is plan ahead.
The consequences for a DWI arrest includes losing your license, paying fines, and increased insurance rates. And the DTA won't be offering free rides this New Year's Eve. It's a service they've offered in the past, but this year officials with the public transportation company say they weren't able to get a sponsor in time. The DTA will be offering normal weekday routes on New Year's Eve. They will be operating on a holiday schedule for New Year's Day. More than 100,000 Wisconsin voters will stay on the rolls for now. The Wisconsin Elections Commission was deadlocked today on whether to comply with a judge's order to remove anywhere from 144,000 to more than 200,000 names from voter rolls. The order came after a conservative law firm challenged voter registrations in the swing state. The affected voters are in heavily Democratic areas of Wisconsin, which is a battleground state in the 2020 presidential election. Still to come on live local CBS3, contracts up. What union plow drivers are demanding as their contracts come to an end. Plus, proper burial. We get a first-hand look at designs for a Native American burial ground.
Record high temp for this date is 43 degrees from 19.1. Didn't get that warm today, and we'll fall back towards the normal of 19 as early as tomorrow. For how long? I'll show you the 7-day forecast to figure that out together. Coming up next.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
Gone from a size 18-20 to a size 12, just shy of a half a pound a day.
Order online or call us today.
Buying a car is a big deal.
We get that.
At Waschke's, we're not here to sell you a vehicle. We're here to help you find your vehicle.
Test drive the all-new 2019 Cadillac XT4, an athletic SUV that's unmistakable. Modern amenities meet advanced tech. There's only 3 left, and you can save up to $10,500. Visit Ken Waschke Auto Plaza in Virginia or online at waschkevirginia.com.
When you board a DTA bus, you become a part of history. From the days when we started traveling 11 blocks on the first horse-drawn trolley, to servicing over 45 million riders in 1919. We've always been there, bringing trust, safety, and reliability to the people of the North. Today, we are one of the most technologically advanced transit systems in the country. The confidence in our past gives us the courage to drive forward.
Everyone counts down to the new year, but we're counting up to it at Duluth Casino. Thousands of dollars will be given away as our count up to New Year's continues. Cash drawings from Saturday through New Year's Eve, with the prizes getting larger every drawing night. Drawings begin at 7 p.m. each evening with a winner chosen every half hour until 2 a.m. Stop by the Players Club or log on to FonduluthCasino.com for all the participation details. Join in on the count up to New Year's cash drawings and have a great time out at Duluth.
Time is running out during the final days of the year at Link Ford. Our low prices are even lower. There's only 3 days left to save thousands on over 100 pre-owned vehicles under $20,000. 2016 Ford Focus, $9,254 or $149 per month. 2018 Escape, $18,579 or $299 per month. Don't miss out. It's the final days, final discounts at Link Ford in Minong or Rice Lake, where reputation is everything.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
I have used every single program there is in my lifetime. I would recommend Healthy Systems USA.
Order online or call us today.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Since we last chatted, things have settled down, at least for Minnesota. The winter weather advisory for northern Minnesota has gone away, but we're still looking at a winter storm warning in effect for Lake and Cook counties here, probably till midnight tonight at least, and then for the South Shore, might stay in effect until noon on Tuesday. So this zone's still looking for another 4 to 8 inches of snow. But again, things calming down here in Minnesota, and maybe for a couple of days. It'll be a little while before our next chance of snow comes to call. All right, Jack, let's go take this full screen here so I can walk over and talk about the current conditions at the airport in Duluth. Right now it's 20 degrees and the sky is slowly clearing. That's because higher pressure's coming in to chase away that big, slow-moving low pressure system that brought all that slush to a lot of towns. Wind right now, north-northwest, 13 miles per hour, relative humidity 78%, air pressure low at 29.43 or 53, but it's come up from 0.49 in the past 3 hours. Another sign that higher pressure is taking over, at least for Tuesday. Current temps, let's start over towards the UP. Low to mid-20s there. Northern Wisconsin, we're looking at low to mid-20s as well. 23, for example, in Superior. And perhaps down the road to Lake Nebagamon, 21 for Moose Lake and Barnum, and maybe all the way to Renshaw. 18 Hibbing and the rest of the Mesabi Range. Vermilion Range 18. 21 degrees International Falls. Well, overnight tonight, low temps from this high-pressure system coming aboard could fall as cool as the single digits towards International Falls. And teens probably for much of the rest of Minnesota. And still low 20s possible for a chunk of Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula. So cooling, but not drastically so. Okay, snow showers are indeed fading away here in Minnesota, though they are persisting in the warning area here for Lake and Cook counties. And the same process is happening, lake effect for the South Shore from the Upper Peninsula all the way through a portion of Douglas County. So road conditions are less than perfect everywhere in the region. Likely will be iffy tomorrow morning when you head out to the morning commute. So be careful through tomorrow. But hopefully by tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, things will be a lot better thanks to those hardworking people that drive those plows. Coming up later tonight, the low pressure system starts to evacuate the premises as that higher pressure system from the northwest takes over. And for tomorrow, that should bring us a clear to partly cloudy sky for much of the area and those slightly cooler conditions. Perhaps not perfectly sunny for everybody again till about the noon hour. The South Shore may get just a little bit more snow. Forecast here tonight in Minnesota. What are we looking at? Well, we're looking at those low temps, like I mentioned, to get into the single digits up north. Even Ely could be in that single-digit party. And then teens for the rest of the Gopher State, into the Badger State, and the UP as well. About 15 to 19, maybe 20 right by the lake for places like Herbster. More snow likely there. It's possible for Minnesotans. So we take a look tomorrow, and by the afternoon, we should shake off the snow for the South Shore, get a partly cloudy sky and high temps, low to mid-20s. And for Minnesota, teens inland, 20s by the lake with a clear to partly cloudy sky. But that is not a trend that's going to last forever. Once we get to Wednesday, next low pressure system starts to thicken up the clouds. That leads to a 30% chance for scattered snow showers on Thursday, 30 to 40% chance for light snow Friday, Saturday, before winding down to flurries on Sunday, John. But right now for Friday, Saturday, the key word is light. My latest and favorite model indicates 1 to 2 inches each day. So that should be easier to deal with than, 10 inches of snow towards Ely and 6 inches of slush on the South Range.
Definitely good to hear light and good to see that we're bringing in the new year clear.
Yeah, and not bitterly cold either.
Thank you very much, Dave.
I take all the credit, yes.
The clock is ticking for negotiations between union plow drivers and St. Louis County. With only 1 day before their contracts expire, a spokesperson for Teamsters Local 320 Union say they are still negotiating with St. Louis County. Plow operators and mechanics with the union voted earlier this month to authorize a strike if their demands are not met. They're asking for changes to their wages, benefits, and health insurance. They have a date in mind when they plan to file their strike notice, but they have not released that to the public. We're getting a first-hand look at designs for a Native American burial ground in the Fond du Lac neighborhood of Duluth. Urban Ecosystems will be sharing these preliminary concepts ahead of an event they're hosting on January 8th. The presentation is at the Black Bear Otter Creek Event Center at 6:15 p.m. You'll recall in 2017, MnDOT crews were working on a Highway 23 bridge replacement project over Mission Creek in West Duluth. They uncovered burial remains while digging on a hillside in the Fond du Lac neighborhood. The project immediately stopped. Urban Ecosystems says MnDOT hired them at the request of the Fond du Lac Band. Still to come on live local CBS 3, Guns Drawn. We get an inside look at the church shooting that happened in Texas yesterday.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
At Chevy, we're all family. We're a festive family.
We're a get up and go family.
We're all part of the Chevy family.
Because our Chevy employee discount is still available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
So happy New Year and welcome to the family.
The Chevy family.
Use your Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $6,100 below MSRP on this Equinox. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
There's just something so special about living in a part of Wisconsin where you could walk out your front door and it feels like you're in the wilderness. I'm Paul Tonkin, urologic surgeon here at Hayward Memorial Hospital. So it was always really my dream to provide healthcare services in a small town. There's certainly a strong need for those services in this region, and so we're very happy and proud to offer same-day or next-day appointments to fix those problems within oftentimes a matter of minutes.
At Starkovich Distributing in Virginia, we want you to be safe, so please don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver or call a cab. It's not worth the risk. You could get arrested or hurt yourself or others. Don't drink and drive.
Your local Minnesota Coors distributor reminds you not to drink and drive this holiday weekend. If you plan on drinking, plan ahead. It's not worth the risk.
Some things just can't last forever, like slushy here. And our best offer of the year during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. But hurry, these amazing offers on select Ford models end soon. And so does your chance to earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. During the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, get over $10,000 in total savings on an Expedition. But hurry, it all ends January 2nd.
Save big on remaining 17, 18, and 19 boats at Ray's Sport and Marine.
The New Year's Eve extravaganza of the year is New Year's by the Lake. Enjoy a 4-course dinner, 4 great venues, and 4 musical acts. With balloon drops, party favors, hors d'oeuvres, a photo booth, and much more. Tickets available now. Call or visit us online.
In northern Texas, a church community is devastated after a deadly shooting rampage during a Sunday service. 2 men were killed, including a deacon who was handing out communion. A quick on-the-draw volunteer security guard ended the assault with a single shot. Jack Wilson, now being called a hero, describes the incident, which only took about 6 seconds.
Richard actually, got his gun out of the holster according to the video. At that point, the shooter, I guess, caught out of the corner of his eye because he was walking down towards the front of the auditorium. He then kind of halfway turned towards me, and that's when I took the shot because I had a full frontal face. I took out some evil, and that's the way that's the way I'm processing it, is I took out someone that was evil and had evil intent.
The 43-year-old suspect, Keith Thomas Kinnunen, had been arrested multiple times since 2009, including weapons charges in Texas and New Jersey. American airstrikes left behind a path of destruction in Iraq and Syria. The series of 5 attacks targeted command centers and weapons storage facilities associated with Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed terrorist organization operating in the Middle East. Yesterday's attack is in response to a strike 2 days earlier that killed an American contractor and injured 4 other service members. The U.S. strikes killed at least 25 militia fighters and injured 50. Hezbollah is now vowing revenge against America. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is heading to Ukraine, a country at the center of the president's impeachment. Officials say Pompeo will meet with Ukraine president later this week to reaffirm the United States' relationship with the country. The New York Times reports that Pompeo and 2 others tried to talk President Trump out of withholding military aid to Ukraine in August, with John Bolton telling the president, quote, "This is in America's interest."
The new reporting shows that there were serious concerns raised by Trump administration officials about the propriety and legality of what the president was doing.
Eventually, the military aid was released to help Ukraine in its war against Russia. Meanwhile, President Trump spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday, who insists that it was Ukraine and not Russia that interfered in the 2016 presidential election. The Senate has left the month of January open on the calendar to deal with the trial, but it cannot begin until House Speaker Nancy Pelosi delivers the articles of impeachment to the Senate. And Neil joins us now here at the desk. Neil, what's coming up in sports?
Well, the red-hot Bucks get a boost, even though they really didn't need one, as Giannis Antetokounmpo returns to the lineup. Plus, the Timberwolves back at home to take on the Nets. Those highlights coming up right after the break.
Time's running out on the final days to get a great deal at Toyotathon. There, now you have a little more time.
Right now, lease a new 2020 RAV4 for $239 a month.
I feel younger.
Toyota, let's go places.
You already know that Cary Toyota Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle, but we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Access brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota in Superior. We have something for every driver.
When you watched CBS3.
Holiday cheer is just in the air.
I know, I love the sound of that music. Talk about a lot of fun, and there's so much to do down here. It's so beautiful.
Tony, what a great show.
Yeah.
What a better place to spend your Friday night than here at Bentleyville.
We're joined now by the mayor of Bentleyville himself, Nathan Bentley. Thanks for joining us tonight, Nate.
The whole team is here, so let's check in now with Kelly, who's having some fun while keeping track of sports. Hey, Kelly.
Live, local, CBS3.
Live Local is my favorite thing about CBS. It's let's let everyone know exactly what's going on in their communities. Let's make sure that they get the news that impacts their hometowns as quickly as they possibly can, so they know what's going on in their communities. They know what's impacting them, and they know what's happening day to day, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Live Local, CBS3 Duluth.
When a crisis strikes, cash is the best form of relief. It can easily be transformed into health services, water, food, or clothes. Cash can travel everywhere and aid people all around the world. Donate. Smart. Fast. Donate cash.
More than 2 in 5 Minnesota homes have radon levels that pose a significant health risk. Radon is a colorless, odorless gas that can come from the soil and accumulate in your home. This gas is considered deadly, as long-term exposure may result in lung cancer, which can be fatal. To combat this serious public health concern, the Minnesota Department of Health recommends that all Minnesotans test their home for radon every 2 to 5 years. This test is an easy way to find out if you and your family are safe from high radon levels. Test your home for radon for less than $10.
Time's running out on the final days to get a great deal at Toyotathon. There, now you have a little more time.
Right now, lease a new 2020 RAV4 for $239 a month.
I feel younger.
Toyota, let's go places.
The Bucks have proved they can win without star forward Giannis Antetokounmpo as they've won their last 2 while the Greek Freak nurses a sore back. Even better news is he was back as Milwaukee traveled to Chicago. First quarter Bucks on a 6-0 run, make it an 8-0 run. Eric Bledsoe finds Giannis, and that's tough to stop. To the second, Bucks up 5. Giannis leading the break, weaving his way through and finishes. But check out the replay. He takes just 1 step from half court and gets all the way to the rack. Giannis had 23, and the Bucks pick up win number 30, 123-102. Timberwolves shorthanded, no Karl-Anthony Towns or Andrew Wiggins as the team hosted the Nets. Less than 40 seconds to go, Wolves down 1. Shabazz Napier kicks it to Gorgui Dieng in the corner, and he connects. Wolves up 2. Nets would force overtime, but in overtime it was all Wolves. Napier knocks down the tough fadeaway jumper. 24 points for him, and the Wolves bounce back with the 122-115 win. Day 2 of the Superior Shootout over at Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium with the host team in prime position to bring home 2 wins. The Yellow Jacket women picked up a win over Finlandia yesterday. Their opponent this afternoon was Waldorf out of Forest City, Iowa. Right from the opening tip, the Yellow Jackets were in attack mode, especially senior guard Marissa Ruiz. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 threes for Ruiz in the first quarter alone. She had 14 points, shooting 45% from deep this year. Coach Otto Fisher certainly likes seeing that. They ran away with this one. Ellie Liedstrom with a hand in her face, no problem for her. Jackets keep rolling with the 83-45 win. In the early game, St. Scholastica taking on Finlandia. The Saints trailed by as many as 20. But they take over the third quarter. Christina Fury lays it in, and they get it as close as 4. The Lions never give up the lead, though. Molly Berg spaces the floor and knocks down the open look. Back to a 9-point margin, and the shots just weren't falling for St. Scholastica in the fourth. Emma Schmidt misfires from the corner, eventually cleaned up by Kayla Huber. Finlandia wins it 66-58. Final game of 2019 for the 10th-ranked UMD men's hockey team. The Bulldogs complete the sweep with a 5-1 win over Merrimack. Cole Koepke led the charge for UMD, as he tallied his first three-point night of his collegiate career. The Bulldogs return home on January 10th to begin a weekend series against Western Michigan. In the biggest game of the year for the Wisconsin football team could perhaps be the most evenly matched game for the Badgers. 8th-ranked Wisconsin will match up with 6th-ranked Oregon in the prestigious Rose Bowl game. It's the second time in the last 8 years the Ducks and Badgers have played each other in the Rose Bowl. The Ducks are led by potential first-round pick quarterback Justin Herbert. Herbert's tossed 32 touchdowns this season, and it was only picked off 5 times. The Badgers defense says they're prepared to create as much pressure as possible, so Herbert has a long day on Wednesday.
You know, we'll definitely have to keep him contained, get pressure quick up front, because, you know, give him too much time, he'll be able to find somebody, he'll be able to make some plays. But, you know, we'll just do, you know, what we always try to do.
Extremely impressed by him, more athletic than he gets credit for as well. I mean, there's a reason he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in this upcoming draft. So I'm impressed with what he does. He makes you earn it every down.
Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. May hope brighten your holiday and inspire you in the new year. Happy holidays from Essentia Health.
Hottest prices of the year, plus free shipping on any order, no minimum. The 4-day year-end doorbuster sale at Slumberland Furniture.
At Starkovich Distributing in Virginia, we want you to be safe, so please don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver or call a cab. It's not worth the risk. You could get arrested or hurt yourself or others. Don't drink and drive.
Your local Minnesota Coors distributor reminds you not to drink and drive this holiday weekend. If you plan on drinking, plan ahead. It's not worth the risk.
When I went to Aspen Dental, they asked me, what's wrong? I go, I had rotting teeth in my mouth. My fiance hadn't seen me smile in 10 years. I have a child on the way here in the next 5 months. I would like to be able to smile in his first picture when he's born. They said we can do that. If I would have known that I was going to be 50 times happier with dentures, I would have fixed it before.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes, dentures start at $3.99 per arch. And yes to a 90-day denture money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Book at aspendental.com or call today.
Some things just can't last forever, like Slushy here. And our best offer of the year during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. But hurry, these amazing offers on select Ford models end soon. And so does your chance to earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Now for a limited time, lease an F-150 for just $259 a month, or get over $11,500 in total savings. But hurry, it all ends January 2nd.
Live Local is my favorite thing about CBS. It's let's let everyone know exactly what's going on in their communities. Let's make sure that they get the news that impacts their hometowns as quickly as they possibly can, so they know what's going on in their communities. They know what's impacting them, and they know what's happening day to day, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Live Local, CBS3 Duluth.
Hottest prices of the year, plus free shipping on any order, no minimum. The 4-day year-end doorbuster sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual gift givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream, open Sundays noon to 4 until Christmas.
Before we go, Bentleyville may be over, but one couple braved the Saturday storm to share a special day under the lights. Liz Clark and Corey Demmer drove up from Rochester for a Bentleyville elopement, and we just want to say tonight, congratulations. Wasn't that a great way to wrap up the holiday season?
Yeah, especially with fireworks behind your engagement kiss. That's perfect timing.
Must have been magical.
Yeah, it must have been. And for snow fans, maybe what we got the past couple of days was magical as well. The magic should be over tomorrow, though, as high pressure takes over. It chases away the clouds and the snow, at least for a day. So Tuesday, partly cloudy in the afternoon with a high around 19. Then a little warmer, a little cloudier Wednesday. That's a sign that a new low brings us back a chance for precip again by Thursday. But it starts as flurries. And then in the middle part of this system, it's really just a small chance for light snow, an inch or two. And then come Sunday, it winds down and goes away. By next Monday, sunnier and cooler again.
Well, it's looking all right out there.
I think so.
All right. Thank you, Dave. That's the news for now. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night.